Okay, well, hello everyone. This is OJ here coming to you with another live stream. Very unannounced and sudden, unexpected. This is Crypto Corner. This is the video podcast where I'm discussing all kinds of things related to cryptocurrencies, market research, news, and everything. So we just had a big announcement in the last hour. And it is to do with India this time, which is, as we know, a big player in the crypto space, just as China. I mean, these are the countries where crypto has been quite controversial. They keep banning it and allowing it and banning it yet again. So in the last hour, it's been reported by a few websites, and the first one I think was the Hindu Business Line, and then this is now the headline from Coinformania. So India again is lifting the ban on cryptocurrencies after more than a year, in fact, because it was in 2018 when most of the crypto related businesses were kind of closed down, and people were almost banned from trading crypto. At least it was officially announced that it is not allowed, but of course, people were bypassing this. So it is not that it was completely frozen or anything like that, but it is big news because it is now kind of official. The Indian Supreme Court ruled out in favor of digital currency trading in the country. So this is big news because people are no longer going to be considered criminals if they engage in crypto trading and investing in cryptocurrencies, which is very important for people in India. And of course, because of that, we actually had a huge pump in one of the coins that I'm going to be talking about. But before that, a little bit more about this lift of the ban. I'm citing now the article here from coinformania.com, and I will have the link below if you want to check it out. So most of the crypto-related businesses have been closed down operations outside of the country due to cryptocurrency trading imposed by the central bank. Of course, it's the central banks always that do these kind of bans or warnings against crypto. I'm currently in Cyprus, in fact, and I spoke to people here, and I remember when in 2017 Cyprus was trying to get ahead of with crypto regulation and become the crypto-friendly island. Then that title was taken by Malta, and since then Cyprus has actually backtracked on crypto. I spoke to people and they told me that the central bank has announced Bitcoin to be illegal, which of course we know this is it's not really the case. Bitcoin is in fact information, data. It's not really money to make it illegal, but they do their best, and they try to scare people. They try to make it difficult for people to get involved with crypto, and this is what we saw with India and with China as well. But India was the one that actually imposed a kind of a thorough ban on everything related to cryptocurrencies. So the Royal Bank of India claimed that the circular was aimed at protecting users, and they always do that. We've seen a lot of Western banks do the same thing. In fact, I had a bank card with Bank of America, which I was using with Coinbase for some time, for a good couple of years, in fact. And in 2018, they stopped me from using it with Coinbase under the same pretense that it is for protection of users, because crypto was being seen as a dangerous asset and very risky. So, however, the unfriendly guidelines forced many crypto companies to cease operations in India, and recently the central bank again said that the ban was meant to protect the integrity of their banking system. So the narrative changes. It starts from protecting users, it goes to protecting their banking system. This was after the circular was challenged by the affected entities, And affected entities include crypto exchanges that were represented by the Internet and Mobile Association of India, and they argued that cryptocurrency trading in the country was legitimate, since there wasn't any existing law prohibiting them in the constitution. The Royal Bank of India could not have denied them access to banking channels to carry such businesses. This is what the Internet and Mobile Association of India claimed. While defending the circular, the central bank argued that despite that fact, there wasn't any existing law in India that formally banned cryptocurrencies. It warned the public against the risks that were involved in trading. Moreover, it has been consistently opposing any other payment system that will undermine the integrity of the banking system. Now, all of that is changing today. The Supreme Court today made a verdict that cryptocurrency trading is legitimate. It is not against the law. And we are seeing that now this news has started to circulate in a lot of media outlets, and of course it is bringing a lot of movement on the markets. Now, the first coin that is pumping really hard, as you can see here from my screen sharing, it is called WRX. I think you can see that here. Now, this is a coin that I reported to you in a blog post that I made just a couple of weeks ago on the 15th of February. I mean, I don't generally make trading predictions, price predictions and stuff like that. I do trade a lot, but mainly for my personal practice, and every now and then I share with you some market research that I do, but I'm not, this channel is not really about price predictions and stuff like that. However, I did get a lot of questions from people lately asking me what coins do I trade, what coins can I recommend. So in private conversations I was talking about these coins, and then I thought maybe I should just write them down in a blog post so that all of my followers can actually take a look and see what I'm doing, rather than just people who are messaging me privately. So I did that post, and one of the coins that I mentioned here, it was a coin that I started researching just recently prior to writing this post. It is in fact this coin, it's called WRX. It is a coin that belongs to the largest crypto exchange in India. And little did I know that we're going to be having such good news today. But in fact, the actual fundamentals and the more technical analysis that I did on the coin were pointing out that this coin was due to peak. And it was recently listed in Binance, and this is because Binance in fact acquired that exchange. It was very hush-hush, they didn't really publicize it, but Binance acquired this exchange, and of course very soon after that they listed the coin on their exchange. As soon as the coin got listed on Binance, it had a massive pump, which is something that happens with coins that are already popular, guys. You see, many times when a brand new coin is listed, especially if it's after an ICO or something like that, is listed on an exchange, it actually goes down. It starts with a very high price, and it immediately bottoms, and then it starts slowly going up until it finds its market price. This is not the case with coins that are already popular. Now, we saw when Litecoin got listed on Coinbase, or Ethereum Classic, and many other coins that were already popular, when they get listed on a new exchange, they experience a pump, after which a correction. This is exactly what happened here with this coin. It first pumped massively to 1459, even to above 1600 satoshis, and then it started the correction. Somewhere around here is when I was writing this post, because I was expecting it to have found its support, to actually stop at this point, which it did. It found its support just at this point here, which was a resistance first, and then it became a support, a small resistance, I should say. This is the daily chart here. So it was a resistance pretty much just for a day, but this is you know, a good, very good indicator, because it actually stopped there, and it, you know, it was consolidating for a while. We could be expecting either an up move or a down move. I expected an up move, and this is what I shared with you because of the fundamentals of the coin. As I said, it is the utility token of the biggest India exchange in India, and as a utility token, it also gives, it's acting very much like Binance Coin. You know, it gives people discounts if for their trading fees and stuff like that. So we can expect it to do well, especially with the acquiring of the exchange by Binance. We know that Binance is very popular. We know that they are very good at marketing and everything. So we know that if they have interest in this exchange and in their native token, then they will do everything they can to make this token successful and this exchange successful. So this is why I was seeing, you know, good chances for this coin to be pumping, and this is what it's doing right now. So basically, if I see what is exactly the price range from the time that I sent that post, it is over 90% we have gained from the time that I posted this on my blog. So people who acted on this blog, I mean, of course, I don't really want you to be following my blogs as a signal or anything like that, but it was really a base for you to do some more research and you know, to decide for you whether you want to get involved or not. So yeah, very good news. We had just reached over 90% with this coin, and I'm expecting it to go a little bit higher, after which it will it will most likely you know, do a bit of a retracement. It will do a correction. It actually, we can see that that correction might have already started. Let me just try and get rid of this so that we can see it more clear. So if I go to the 5-minute chart, what we're going to see is that we're already correcting, and this is okay. I mean, it is a very small correction. The coin is not dumping by any point. Now, whether if you have already bought it, you might want to start thinking of maybe unloading some of your bags here at this point. Maybe wait for yet another leg. I think there will be a little bit more of a pump, and at that point it will be selling time for the short term. Now, if you're just an investor for the longer term, then these kind of short-term moves don't really affect you and you should not really be concerned. But I'm personally unloading a little bit at this price level here. I think we are reaching here a bit of a resistance, but it is very likely that we could have yet another push, because at the end of the day, this is brand new, and you know, the news is still hot news. There's still more people that will be getting in the FOMO and everything of the news. So it is very likely that we might see yet another pump a little bit higher, maybe to the 1300s. I doubt if we're going to be challenging the 1600s just yet. I mean, this is currently the highest point that it's been on Binance, 1670, 1690 in fact. So we'll see. But in any case, as you know, you should never really try to time the absolute top. You should be unloading your bags as the coin is pumping in, you know, in stages. So maybe a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. And then if it goes even higher, you keep a little bit to do that, to sell even higher. If not, if it starts dumping, then you can also sell on the way down and wait for a good retracement, good correction to occur before you accumulate a gain. I'm going to probably post an update on that. As I said, I'm currently in selling mode. I'm not selling out entirely, and I'm not doing it fast. I've only sold 10% of my holdings at this point. I'm going to wait and see how far we're gonna go up, and I'm gonna start selling on the way down. This is my best practice. I don't know how it works for you, but this is what I would advise you to do as well. So this is it, guys. This is actually the second coin from my list from this post that I made here. In this post I also talked about another coin which is called Dero, and this is a coin that is traded on KuCoin exchange. Now Dero pumped just a week ago, I believe, or maybe it was very briefly either after I posted this, and I've already sold out. I've sold all of my holdings of Dero because Dero is in fact a much smaller cap coin, and lower volume as well, and with lower volume there is a higher risk. So this is also something that I explained here in my post, and I'm currently looking for another entry point for Dero, but right now I'm not really seeing that, and this is not a post about all of the coins that I mentioned here. I just wanted to point out that I made a post, no, it wasn't 3, it was actually 4 coins that I listed here. I intended to list 3, but in the end I listed 4, and 2 of them have already pumped hard. The third one is Link, and this is already on the rise. It is not really a pump from the time that I posted this, but Link is actually having very good fundamentals. This is why I listed it as one of those coins that will be performing very good in the next few months, over the period of the year, in fact. So it's not something that we are waiting for a sharp pump, but we are waiting for a more steady and longer term jump in the price. And the last coin that I mentioned is Mithril. Now this is yet to be pumping. This is actually the only coin from these 4 coins that I listed here that is still in its correction period. It's still in accumulation time zone. So if you want to find out more about it, I urge you to read this post. It is linked in the description below, and find out more about it. Then go and do some more research. Now this is everything for today, guys. I want to keep this short. I thank you for everyone who is joining me here on this live stream. Hello Khaliza and Magdu and Gupta. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I know that this was a very surprised live stream. I didn't really announce it, which is fine. I mean, I like to do this kind of spontaneous live stream these days. I wasn't even sure whether I'll be able to live stream, because currently we've had quite a lot of crypto vloggers and content creators having been blocked from streaming live and stuff like that. So YouTube